is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Resident Evil 4 Remake gameplay for you. And today I'm going to be comparing the two SMGs. And no, before anyone asks, I will not be including the Matilda in this. Because I know a lot of people said, hey, the Matilda is technically, I guess, like an SMG with the burst attached to it. Especially when you have the unlimited ammo perk on top of it with the cat ears. But no, that already had its own video, so I'm going to leave that out. So this will be about the TMP and the LE5. There's only two SMGs, which is perfectly fine. And I'll be honest with you, before I really even compared them, I thought the LE5 would easily, in my opinion, win. It is Hunk's weapon, so I guess it has that little track record behind it too, so that's cool. I thought the LE5 would easily win this thing, hands down. But as I really went through both weapons, I found this to be a lot closer than I initially thought. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. The LE5 is the first weapon we're going to go through, and right now, as I said, this is Hunk's weapon. Its special effects is the 5x penetration power, which is really good, especially against a lot of enemies. You also have a scope on it you can use. Now, I'll be personally honest with you, I'm not too big fan of a scope on this gun, maybe on other weapons, obviously, but not the LE5, but just want to let you know that you can put a scope on this, and I'll show it off a little bit, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, but you can use it and get a lot more accuracy in the distance with it. But as I said, it's got solid power, decent ammo count, and really accurate. As I said, definitely it's got the accuracy down pat. But here we go, and this is with the scope on it, and as I said, if this is the way you want to play, that's perfectly fine. As I said, really accurate at a long distance and easily taking these guys out and at least stunning them or slowing them down. But I'm just not the personal biggest fan of this scope, so what I'm going to do right here after I finish off these two is just take this thing off and basically go back to the web. Because, I mean, it's SMG. I mean, I don't think SMGs really need, I guess in a third-person game, SMGs don't really need scopes. Maybe SMGs don't really need scopes like that, period. But let's see how he does against Dr. Salvador. And you see, unleash a full round clip into him, and he just gets stun locked so hard, and before he realizes it, bam, he's dead. So, you know, one clip of bullets, you might get haymaker in the back by the villagers. But let's see how it works against a bunch of them all boxed up here, and you just see the power of it, especially that penetration, just going through so many people. It just absolutely layers everybody. So the LE5 is really powerful against a bunch of people. But with the TMP here, its special power is got the 1.5x power, so it's got the higher power there, a little bit more ammo count. And it's also got the stock too, which is going to help you out a lot. And I just thought, you know, with the accuracy of the LE5, and even though maybe it doesn't have the power, I just thought the LE5 would just still easily clock in. But the TMP here, and as I said, this was one in the original one. It was the SMG of the original one. I just thought, man, it's going to be lag behind because it just, maybe it's the look behind it because I just like the LE5 look a lot better, but the TMP just doesn't look as cool, and obviously it's a lot smaller, but man, I tell you what, this thing can put in a lot of work. And as I'm going through here, I feel like while the bullets go over the place a bit more than the LE5, it just puts in more work if you hit your shots, but it does have its advantages even against a lot of enemies. And I think that's the biggest thing that I was noticing between both the weapons, is that I feel like if I'm fighting a bunch of enemies, I'd probably prefer the LE5, but if I'm fighting that one enemy or maybe a few, I'd probably go with the TMP. But it's really close here as, you know, finish off that dude. So let's, you know, take out these villagers first because I want them interrupting me, and then we'll go torture poor Dr. Salvatore, and well, we get choked out a bit. And I mean, can't really blame these guys. These guys got to be sick of my shit at this point. But let's go up to poor Dr. Salvador and see how this thing does against him. And as I said, easy to get him stun locked when you get a whole round clip in him, and he's done. And that's it. And, you know, similar results, but a little bit different. But let's see how it does in a huge group of enemies here. And just, bam, just, they're all just falling down. And I guess having those extra, you know, 10 bullets, this is a 70 round clip to a 60 round clip, the LE5 gives an advantage. But my point is that if you had to ask me to pick one, as I said before, I'd say LE5. After this, I really don't know. If it's a bunch of enemies, I'll probably more go with the LE5. If it's a fewer or maybe a boss fight, I'll probably go with the TMP. But in the end, I don't think you go wrong with either one. But let me know down in the comment section, guys, what you think is the best SMG, or do you think I should just include the Matilda and be done with it? But that is going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.